Just how strong is Ging Freecss? Let's talk about it. All right, so the short answer is that Gon's dad is extremely powerful, but we don't know exactly how far that stretches. And that's mostly because Tagashi has kept this man shrouded in mystery for the majority of the manga. But we have had some very interesting insights. So let's examine each time the manga actually does touch on this. So the first thing I want to bring up is back in chapter 138 when Bisky first finds out that Gon is Ging Freecss' son, and she says that Netero said that out of all of the nin users in the world, he was one of the top 5 best. Now that is obviously no small praise coming from the man himself, one of the strongest characters we have actually seen exhibit their power in Hunter x Hunter. We also know that Netero made a habit of sparring with members of the Zodiac, which of course Ging was. And in an attempt to quantify and compare the two, we can take a look at chapter 202 where Netero says this, that it's been over 50 years since he was amongst the top nin users in the world. And again, he referred to Ging as one of the top 5 nin users in the world, meaning current Ging is above current Netero. Now, in addition to that praise from Netero, which I think is enough to cement Ging in the highest echelon of power, we also are aware of some of his feats, right? First and foremost, that this man created Greed Island. Like, that's just insane in and of itself, right? That he created something that even the most skilled hunters spent over a decade throwing themselves at and couldn't beat until Gon came along, right? So not only does that demonstrate his nin genius, but also just his willpower and determination to accomplish things that he sets his mind to. And then in terms of actual strength and nin feats that we see him do on page, basically every time Tagashi shows him doing something, he's the best at it. When he's trying to ingratiate himself with Beyond Netero's, advanced team, he basically beats all of them at whatever they're best at. And here we have him demonstrating his nin mastery by creating all these pips and shapes all over his fingers and making them move when some of them were struggling to even create a single little bubble. And then one of the only times we've actually seen him in combat, if we can even call it that, he demonstrates a level of mastery that is just absolutely insane, because he mimics Leorio's ability after having just experienced it one time. Just to be abundantly clear here, he wasn't capable of this because he has a copy ability like Crollo or anything like that, which is what Pariston originally believes. No, Gene reveals that if it's a strike type attack, if he gets hit by it once, he's able to mimic it because of pure talent. And his nin genius does not stop there, because immediately following this moment, he essentially refines Leorio's ability even further. Because he recognized that Leorio was a doctor, that his technique probably stemmed from the fact that it was similar to an ultrasound, which he then uses in that very same exact fashion to detect that there were 2 guards through the wall on the other side. He then sends an attack through the wall and snipes both of them. And that's about all we have as far as discerning what his true power might be. We still don't know his nin ability, and we don't even know his nin affinity, but I think that's because Tagashi is intentionally trying to keep it shrouded for now, which makes me think he's just even that much stronger. And now with all that being said, I want to give a massive shout out to Darren, who sent me in this question asking just how strong is Gene? And to quickly run through this, I do think that he is more powerful than Netero, at least current Netero. Prime Netero 50 years ago, it's hard to say. I don't think we have enough information. And could he have defeated most or all of the Chimera ants? I think he could pretty safely beat everyone except for Meruem. Meruem is just built different. We saw that even Netero wasn't really able to do much to him. So until we find out more from Gene, I'm going to give the edge to Meruem. Anyways, y'all, that's going to do it for this one, but I would love to know your theories or ideas for what Gene's ability might actually be. So let me know down in the comments if you've got any. And finally, thank you so much for watching.